For the material, you will need green yarn for frog, purple for the dress, and pink for blush. And I use 5-ply cotton yarn with a 3.5mm crochet hook. But you can use any kinds of yarn with its appropriate hook. And for others, you will need scissors, needle, stitch marker, and some stuffing. Now let's start making the body. Make a magic ring first. Wrap the yarn around your fingers like this. Wrap it till the other end and hold it with your middle finger. And insert your hook under the loops. Pull the second loop to the front and twist it. After that, chain 1. So here, yarn over and pull through. And this is chain 1. After that, remove the ring from your fingers and hold it like this. And let's start round 1. For round 1, you will have to make 8 single crochets. And to make that, insert your hook into the ring, pull the yarn and pull up, and yarn over and pull through the 2 loops, and you made 1 single crochet. Make a total of 8 single crochets into the magic ring. When you finished making 8 single crochets, pull the tail of the ring and the ring will be closed like this. And after that, let's start round 2. To start round 2, insert your hook into the first single crochet that you made in round 1. So here, this one. Insert your hook into the stitch like this. And then pull the yarn and make a single crochet. And then after that, grab your stitch marker and put that on that stitch so you will not lose the starting point of round 2. For round 2, you will have to make increased stitches in every stitch. And to make the increased stitch, you will have to make 2 single crochets together in same stitch or same hole. So just repeat making 2 single crochets together in each stitch, and when you reach the start point, you will get a total of 16 single crochets. So now I finished round 2 and I'm gonna start round 3. So remove the stitch marker and make the very first stitch of round 3 and put the stitch marker on that stitch again so you will not lose the track of round 3. So for this round, you will have to make 1 single crochet and an increased stitch into the next stitch. So make a single crochet in the first stitch and make an increased stitch into the next stitch. Again, repeat this pattern. Make 1 single crochet into the next stitch, and then after that, make an increased stitch into another stitch. Repeat this pattern for 8 times, and when you reach the start point, you will get a total of 24 single crochets. For round 4, make 3 single crochets. Now I'm making the second one, and now the third one. And then after that, make an increased stitch into the 4th stitch. And you will have to repeat this pattern for 6 times, which is 3 single crochets and an increased stitch into the 4th stitch. You will have to make the increased stitch in every 4th stitch. And when you reach the starting point, you will get a total of 30 stitches. From round 5 to 16, you will have to make single crochet in every stitch and there will be no increases. So repeat making single crochet in every stitch and there will be 30 stitches in every round. So from round 5 to 16, there will be a total of 12 rounds. And I will show you how to put a stitch marker so you don't need to remove it when you finished a round. So here, instead of putting a stitch marker like this, put it beside the stitch like this so you know that this is the first stitch of round 5, and just single crochet until you reach round 16. and I will show you how I count the rounds. So this is how I count the rounds: 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So here this is the start point, the starting stitch, and I will make that stitch and put a stitch marker on that stitch. And this stitch will become the very first stitch of round 17. For round 17, you will have to make 3 single crochets. Now I'm making the second one, and this is the third one, and then after that let's make a decrease stitch. To make a decrease stitch, insert your hook into the next stitch, pull the yarn, insert your hook into another stitch, and pull the yarn. Now you got 3 loops. Yarn over and pull through all 3 loops, and you made 1 decrease stitch. Again, you will have to repeat this pattern, so make 3 single crochets, and then I will show you another way of making a decrease stitch. And for this way, you will have to increase your hook into the next 2 front loops like this, and then make a single crochet, and this becomes a decrease stitch. So repeat making 3 single crochets and a decrease stitch until you reach the start, and there will be a total of 24 stitches. And for round 18, make 1 single crochet, and then after that make a decrease stitch. Repeat this pattern, which is 1 single crochet and a decrease stitch, for 6 times, and you will get a total of 16 stitches. Now I'm making the last stitch of round 18, and then after that cut the yarn by leaving a long tail for sewing. And also don't forget to fill inside the body with scrap yarns or maybe with fiber fillings. And then take your tapestry needle and let's start sewing this last round. So to sew this last round, you will have to insert your needle from one loop and into another loop like this, and then sew it. So here into a front loop of 1 stitch from this side, and insert into another front loop of the stitch from the other side, and just sew it. When you finished sewing, secure the yarn and hide the tail inside the body, and then after that the body part is finished. Now I will show you how to make the eyes. For the eyes, make a magic ring first, and for the eyes you will have to make 6 single crochets into the magic ring. Don't forget to pull the tail after making 6 single crochets. For round 2, make 1 single crochet and then an increase stitch into the next stitch. Don't forget to put a stitch marker on the very first stitch. So now I finished making 1 single crochet, and then I will make an increase stitch into the second stitch. You will have to repeat this pattern for 3 times, and there will be a total of 9 stitches. So repeat making 1 single crochet and an increase stitch into the next stitch for 3 times. So when you finished round 2, for round 3 you will have to make single crochet in every stitch, so there will be a total of 9 single crochets. Here you will get like this after round 3, and leave a long tail for sewing. And then after that, make another one by repeating round 1 to round 3. For the tail of the magic ring, just hide it inside the eye by using the scissors. So this is how I sew the eye on the body. but you can use any kinds of sewing ways you want. If you want to watch precisely, please slow down the video in the video setting. When you finished sewing, don't forget to hide the tail inside the body. For the legs and the arms, start with 6 single crochets into the magic ring, but starting from round 2, you will have to make just single crochet in every stitch. So for the arms, make 6 single crochets in every stitch from round 2 to round 12. But for the legs, make 6 single crochets or single crochet in every stitch from round 2 to round 10. Your piece will look flat after round 2 like this, so push the very first round up like this and it will look like a cone. So now repeat making single crochet in every stitch from round 2 to 12 for the arms, and from round 2 to 10 for the legs. And please notice that the arms must be 2 more rounds longer than the legs. And in total, you will have to make 2 arms and 2 legs. Here, make 4 in total, and don't forget to leave a long tail when you finished making. And you can hide the tail of the magic ring inside the arms and the legs. And now I will show you how to sew the arms. And for the arms, sew them just 2 rounds below the eyes, like this. For the legs, just sew them at the bottom. After sewing, it will look like this, and don't forget to secure the yarn and hide it inside the body. Now grab your black thread and a darning needle and let's start embroidering the eyes. If you have safety eyes, you can use them. I don't really like the eyes, so I changed them again off camera. And here, I love this way. And when you're satisfied with the embroidering, hide the tail of the threads inside the body. And for the blush, make 6 single crochets into the magic ring and then slip stitch into the first single crochet that you made. So to make a slip stitch, insert your hook into the first stitch and pull the yarn, and instead of making single crochet, pull it through the loop and you got 1 slip stitch, and leave a long tail for sewing and sew the blush under the eye. Here like this. Make 2 blush in total. And now the making of the frog is finished, and I will show you how to make the clothes. So for the clothes, here are the pants. Make a slip knot first, and then insert your hook into the loop and adjust the size of the loop, and let's start making chains. So yarn over and pull through, and you got 1 chain, and repeat making a total of 12 chains. When you finish making 12 chains, make sure that the strap is not twisted, and then make a slip stitch into the first chain. So insert your hook into the first chain and make a slip stitch. And then after that, let's start round 1. Make a single crochet into the next stitch and put a stitch marker on that stitch. And then repeat making single crochet in each and every chain, and there will be a total of 12 single crochets. When you reach the start point, remove the stitch marker and continue making round 2 and 3, which is single crochet in every stitch. And there will be a total of 12 single crochets in each round. When you finished making this first piece, cut the yarn or fasten off, but you don't need to leave a long tail for sewing. And then after that, repeat this round 1 to round 3 for the second piece. If you want trousers, add more single crochet rounds. Maybe make single crochet in each stitch round until you reach round 6, and you will have to repeat the same round in the second piece too. Here, when you finished making the second piece, don't cut the yarn and let's continue making round 4. So to attach these two pieces together, insert your hook into any stitch from the first piece. I will insert my hook here, now here, and then let's make a single crochet. Insert your hook into any stitch you like and pull the yarn and make a single crochet and put a stitch marker on that stitch. This is the very first stitch of round 4, and just make single crochet in each stitch, and you will have to make 12 single crochet on each piece, so there will be a total of 24 single crochets. Remember that you will have to make 12 single crochets on the first piece and also 12 single crochets on the second piece. Now I finished making 12 single crochets on this, and to move on to the next one, this stitch is where the first stitch was made, so make a single crochet into the next stitch, which was beside that first single crochet. And now repeat making single crochet in every stitch until you reach the start point. For round 5, make 3 single crochets, 2 and 3, and then after that make an increase stitch into the next stitch. So repeat making increase stitch in every 4th stitch, and you will get a total of 30 stitches. So I will move a little faster. So after round 5, for round 6 to 8, which is round 6, 7 and 8, just make single crochet in every stitch. So after round 8, your shorts will look like this. And for this last step, make 15 chains. And then after 15 chains, put your frog inside the shorts. And please make sure that the stitch marker is in the middle of the bag, and then take your chain strap to the front and make 6 single crochets. And please notice that these 6 single crochets must be in the middle. So here I finished making 6 single crochets, which are in the middle, and to make another chain strap, make 15 single crochets again. This time you will have to take the strap to the back and make a slip stitch into the same stitch or in the next stitch. When you finished making slip stitch, chain 1 and cut the yarn and weave in the ends. And now the pants are finished. And I will also show you how to make a mini skirt for your little frog. For the skirt, make 30 chains in total, or make chains until you can wrap around the body, and then after that, make a slip stitch into the first chain. And before you make a slip stitch, please make sure that the chain strap is not twisted. And now let's start round 1. For round 1, make 2 chains again and make double crochet. For double crochet, yarn over, insert your hook into the next stitch, the second stitch, and pull the yarn, pull up, yarn over and pull through 2, and yarn over and pull through 2, and you got 1 double crochet. And for the next stitch, you will have to make a double crochet increase, so that means you will have to make 2 double crochets together in the same stitch. And then after that, you will have to repeat this pattern around. So after the increase, make 1 double crochet into the next stitch, and then a double crochet increase into another stitch. Repeat this until you reach the start point. So if you want to make a mini skirt, you can stop at this place by making a slip stitch and cut the yarn, but I will also add the second round. So to add that, make a slip stitch, and then if you're gonna add the second round, chain 2, but if you're not gonna add, just cut the yarn after a slip stitch. For round 2, chain 2 and just make 1 double crochet in every stitch. There will be no increases, just 1 double crochet in each and every stitch. And when you reach the start point, make a slip stitch and cut the yarn. Now I'm gonna add the straps on the skirt like I added on the pants. So make a slip knot again and attach the loop on the skirt. You can attach it wherever you like. Insert your hook into a stitch that you want to attach the yarn and chain 1, and then after that chain 15, and you will have to add the straps like you added on your pants, on the pants. So after 15 chains, make 6 single crochets in the middle, and then after that make 15 chains and then make a slip stitch in the same stitch at the back. So when you make this strap, make sure that the back is in the middle and put your frog inside the skirt, so it will be a lot easier for you to crochet. If you want to turn your frog into a back front, you will need like these buttons. I don't know how they are called, but they can be separated or attached anytime you want. And if you have them, just sew them on the hands of your frog. But if you don't have one, you will have to just sew the 2 hands together on your tote bag, but you won't be able to remove it whenever you want. So yeah. So now the tutorial is finished. I hope you will be able to make your own leggy frogs with the outfits that can be changed whenever you want. If you enjoyed this tutorial, please don't forget to give a big thumbs up and also click on the subscribe button so I can upload more in the future, and also follow me on social media. And by the way, thank you so much for all your support from 100k subscribers. I cannot reach this far without you guys, and I really appreciate this. With that being said, see you all in my next video. Bye bye.